The banyan tree is known for its expansive canopy and aerial roots. Banyan trees are native to tropical and subtropical regions of Asia. The name, Banyan, is derived from the Sanskrit word, banin, which means merchant or trader. It is also known as the Indian banyan or Bengal fig. Banyan trees are considered sacred in Hinduism and are often planted near temples. They are the national tree of India. The Great Banyan in India is one of the largest trees in the world by canopy coverage. Banyan trees can live for hundreds of years, with some specimens reaching over 1,000 years old. They are characterized by their unique aerial prop roots that grow downwards from branches to the ground, providing additional support. Banyan trees are prolific in literature, mythology, and folklore across many cultures. In Buddhism, it is believed that Buddha attained enlightenment while sitting under a banyan tree. The banyan tree symbolizes longevity, strength, and resilience in many cultures. It is often featured in traditional artwork and paintings. Banyan trees have significant ecological importance, providing habitat and food for various species of animals and birds. The aerial roots of the banyan tree can grow to a considerable length, sometimes reaching the ground and anchoring themselves, forming new trunks. The roots of banyan trees can cause damage to buildings and infrastructure if not properly managed. Banyan trees are capable of self-propagation, with roots growing from branches that come into contact with the ground. They are often planted as shade trees in urban areas due to their dense foliage. Banyan trees have been introduced to other tropical regions around the world, where they have become invasive species in some cases. The leaves of the banyan tree are large, glossy, and elliptical in shape. Banyan trees produce small fig-like fruits that are an important food source for birds and other wildlife. In traditional medicine, various parts of the banyan tree are used to treat ailments such as diarrhea, dysentery, and diabetes. The wood of the banyan tree is not commonly used for timber due to its softness and susceptibility to rot. Banyan trees have a shallow root system, which makes them susceptible to toppling in strong winds or heavy rains. The spread of banyan trees is facilitated by birds that eat the fruits and spread the seeds through their droppings. Banyan trees are capable of growing in a wide range of soil types, from sandy to clayey soils. They are drought-tolerant once established but require regular watering during the initial stages of growth. Banyan trees are often grown as bonsai specimens due to their unique aerial roots and graceful appearance. The banyan tree is featured prominently in Indian mythology and religious texts such as the Ramayana and Mahabharata. In some cultures, banyan trees are believed to be inhabited by spirits or deities. Banyan trees have a symbiotic relationship with certain species of wasps that pollinate their flowers. The intricate network of aerial roots of banyan trees provides shelter for various insects and small animals. Banyan trees are sometimes used as a focal point in landscape design due to their majestic appearance. The shade provided by banyan trees helps to cool the surrounding environment, making them popular in parks and public spaces. Banyan trees are resilient to air pollution and are often planted in urban areas to improve air quality. The leaves of the banyan tree are rich in tannins, which have astringent properties. Banyan trees are considered invasive in some regions, where they outcompete native vegetation. The banyan tree is the official tree of Bangkok, Thailand. Banyan trees are often associated with meditation and spiritual practices due to their serene and tranquil ambience. In Hindu mythology, the banyan tree is believed to be the abode of the goddess Dakini. Banyan trees are culturally significant in many Southeast Asian countries, where they are revered as symbols of wisdom and knowledge. The intricate aerial roots of banyan trees have inspired artists and poets for centuries. Banyan trees are often planted near water bodies, as they have a high tolerance for flooding. The banyan tree is mentioned in ancient Indian texts such as the Atharva Veda and the Rig Veda. Banyan trees have been used as landmarks for navigation by sailors and travelers. The shade provided by banyan trees is utilized by farmers for resting during hot days. Banyan trees have a high carbon sequestration rate, making them valuable in mitigating climate change. The spreading canopy of banyan trees can create microclimates, influencing temperature and humidity levels in their vicinity. Banyan trees are often featured in traditional dances and cultural performances. The banyan tree is the inspiration behind the logo of a luxury hotel chain known as Banyan Tree Hotels and Resorts. The wood of the banyan tree is sometimes used for making small handicrafts and souvenirs. Banyan trees are considered sacred by some indigenous communities in Southeast Asia. Banyan trees are sometimes grown as ornamental plants in gardens and parks. The leaves of the banyan tree are used as fodder for livestock in some regions. Banyan trees are associated with fertility and abundance in many cultures. Banyan trees are often featured in traditional music and songs. The banyan tree has inspired numerous works of art, literature, and poetry. Banyan trees are sometimes grown as shade trees in coffee and tea plantations. Banyan trees have been depicted in various ancient sculptures and carvings. The aerial roots of banyan trees are sometimes used as natural ropes by indigenous communities. Banyan trees are featured in numerous myths and legends across different cultures. The spreading branches of banyan trees provide nesting sites for birds such as herons and egrets. Banyan trees are sometimes grown as bonsai specimens for religious and cultural purposes. The banyan tree is the subject of conservation efforts in many regions due to habitat loss and urbanization. Banyan trees are sometimes planted as windbreaks to protect crops from strong winds. Banyan trees are often depicted in religious artwork and iconography. The shade provided by banyan trees is utilized for outdoor gatherings and ceremonies. Banyan trees are sometimes grown as shade trees in cemeteries and burial grounds. The aerial roots of banyan trees provide habitat for epiphytic plants such as orchids and ferns. Banyan trees are sometimes grown as living fences to demarcate property boundaries. Banyan trees are featured in numerous folk tales and legends passed down through generations. The spreading canopy of banyan trees provides shade for wildlife such as deer and monkeys. Banyan trees are sometimes grown as living sculptures using techniques such as bleaching and topiary. The aerial roots of banyan trees are sometimes used for making natural bridges in forested areas. Banyan trees are sometimes grown as bonsai specimens for display in botanical gardens and arboretums. The banyan tree is the subject of scientific research into its ecological and medicinal properties. Banyan trees are sometimes grown as street trees to beautify urban landscapes. Banyan trees are sometimes grown as shade trees in schoolyards and playgrounds. The aerial roots of banyan trees provide habitat for various species of insects and spiders. Banyan trees are sometimes grown as ornamental plants in residential gardens and courtyards. The spreading branches of banyan trees provide roosting sites for bats and birds.